All right, my name is Susie Goodwin, and I want to show you how to edit with Anchor using the in-browser system. I have been with Anchor since like before the Spotify acquisition, and it has been infinitely more easy to do everything in just the Anchor app. And I want to show you how I'm editing. Caveat here, this is not going to be as good as like a GarageBand or an Audacity or an Audition. These are all third-party softwares that you can edit your podcasting audio in. That said, if you are handicapped by time, like I am, like for me, I've got kids, I've got virtual school, and so putting episodes out and staying consistent to that weekly schedule is more important than perfection in audio right now. And so I've been doing everything all in one on Anchor. So let me show you what that looks like. So here I am over in Anchor, and what I'm going to do is just take a portion of audio that needs to be edited. So I'm in the Serve Then Sell podcast right now, which is a new one for me, and I'm going to go over here into this audio. So you'll go into your audio file. Typically, if you've just recorded one thing, it's going to look like just one file there. However, I've already done some chopping and screwing on this one because we did a batch recording that is then going to become 6 episodes. So you're going to go to your audio segment, and then here we go.
All right, welcome to the Serve Then Sell podcast. Brooke Norland of Wear It Boldly. We are talking about personal brand.
So I am going to be able to zoom in to see what this looks like. This looks very, very much like your fancier third-party app, so Audition or GarageBand or something like that. You'll notice that I don't have the tracks separated out. I have already gone into auphonic and scrubbed this out with both tracks, so I've already got my edited audio in here. Pro tip, that is just because I'm a perfectionist, okay? If you are a beginning podcaster, I actually don't think that you need to do all the things. I think you're going to be handicapped by trying to make that content perfect, and done is better than perfect. If you've got good content, your listeners are going to be forgiving of it. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go to auphonic. You're going to put in the recording that you can do a template that just scrubs and takes out that noise reduction. If you're recording in a good space like a closet with a good microphone like an ATR 2100 or something like that, you're gonna be just fine. So nonetheless, now you have brought that scrubbed audio file back into Anchor, and here's what you've got. It's one track, and in this
Ending today.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here, Susie. Thank you.
Yay! So what I can do is I can go to any part of this. So for example, I know that I've got some stuff that needs to be edited here.
Do you have consistent visual recognition? If you answered no to any of these questions, this is where you need to start.
So personal branding is where we need to start, and nailing down that consistent experience that makes people want more.
Exactly. And that's where you're going to start.
So like if I wanted to take out this part, right, I would just put my cursor over here, I would go to split, and then I would come over here, go to split again, and check this out. I can delete that part that I wanted to take out altogether. And now I'm going to be able to see how it sounds without that part. That part that's shaded out, you're not going to hear when you play back now. So check it.
Any of these questions, this is where you need to start. Exactly. And that's where you're going.
Right now, what if I do something incorrectly? I'm going to be like, ooh, whoops, I didn't want to cut all of that out, guys. That is totally fine. Now I've got that audio segment back.
You need to start.
So personal branding is where we need to start, and nailing down that consistent experience that makes people want more.
Exactly.
Yay, right? So I really love this. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and I'm going to listen in to everything. This is actually something, I probably don't want to cut any of this out. Let me see if I can see some audio that I know will need to be cut out. Like, I don't know what happened here. Let's see.
And you want to, well, now I need to, hold on, Susie.
Okay, so I ask my guests when I'm recording with them, I tell them, if you make a mistake, pause. That way I can see the break in the audio. So this is exactly what we have here. She made a mistake. Now she's paused. I can see the break in the audio. So let's see what this sounds like.
Tell folks about it.
Yes, I'm so excited. So if you're listening to this podcast and you want to, well, now I need to, hold on, Susie.
Or you can ask me to say it. Well, I can take a stab at it.
You know what? Let's let Susie take a stab at it.
So you ask me the question, and then I'll tell them about #ServeBoldly.
Okay. So if you're listening to this
Okay, so now I hear where this needs to start. So where she's saying, so if you're listening to this episode. So we're gonna bring my cursor right over here. All right, while that is catching up, I will make mention just that you can see how this web browser works. Obviously, I'm putting Chrome through overtime, and that's something else that I need to mention to you is that you're going to want to use this in Chrome as opposed to Safari. I haven't tried it in Firefox yet, but it does work just better in Chrome. So what you're doing, again, you're just going to anchor.fm. You're opening up the audio track that you want to edit. You're pressing edit audio, and then you are zooming in so that you can see those breaks in the audio that need to be taken out. One more time over here. All right, so now.
Okay, hold on. What question did you ask? For goodness sake, Susie, I'm losing my brain.
See, and this is going to happen. This is going to happen with guests where, for example, with this, we've been recording now at this point for like 45 minutes. And so this is the final thing that we need to record. Like people are going to mess up, especially if they're not professional podcasters. So first of all, you're letting them know you're going to make them sound like gold. But then also I have let her know and coached her beforehand, when you mess up and you need to start over, just take a pause. That way I can see the break in the audio. And you can see here, guys, that she has done exactly that. Methinks this is probably where we get rolling again.
All right, Susie, so how are we going to wrap this up?
All right, so we talked about.
Okay, so here I can go back in and I can delete this other part out. That way it takes out the segment entirely. And then when I go to save it, it can be saved as one single track. You can also save it as multiple tracks. You don't need to do that though. You guys, I think this is one of the best updates that Anchor has done. And I love it, love it, love it. As a podcaster, I will tell you, especially if you are a hobbyist, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Get your content out there. Use tools like this that will help you save time.